Let's talk about the elephant in the room for most restaurants right now that you didn't want to address a couple months ago. Now you're forced to. Third-party delivery. And the question I have that I'll get to is, what are you going to do to recondition your customers to come put their butts in a seat in your restaurant versus continue to use third-party delivery? So let's talk about this. Up until probably a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, most restaurants in the United States resisted the urge to market, which they should have, third-party delivery companies, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, because they get a 30% commission in some cases, and then the consumers pay a fee. And they did that because they wanted the business to stay in-house, because that 30% hurts, because that 30% is expensive, because it's most of your margin. But now they have pulled off on accident the greatest marketing feat ever for a business, in that every single restaurant is now marketing the heck out of third-party delivery, including me for my clients' restaurants. You're trying to survive right now. I get it. You have to. But here's the question you need to be pondering come April 15th, May 1st, May 15th, whenever this thing is back to normal. What is your game plan to recondition your customers to not use third-party delivery and still come to the restaurant? Because here's what's going to happen. Millions of consumers in the U.S. right now are sitting on their sofas at night, at lunch right now, I guess too, eating buffalo wings and cheeseburgers and French fries that they were accustomed to just having at the restaurant. I've talked to so many friends this week that had never used third-party delivery. And they're like, bro, I got my favorite wings at home, killing it, love it. They've never done it. Think about this. Come May 1st, May 15th, June 1st, you got Mike, Tom, Chris, Joe, Matt, Doug, who used to come to your restaurant every Friday night. And they were accustomed to a 10-minute wait. They were accustomed to maybe some slow service here and there. They were accustomed to, they had become accustomed to what the experience was of visiting a restaurant. Now, they're on their sofa. They got their feet up. They got Netflix going. They're in the comfort of their home. They'll pay $5 or $6 more to get that meal there. And here's the numbers. I just did this. That's where the number came from. So hopefully this isn't backwards on there. I don't think it is. Let's imagine that come post-coronavirus, you have 100 customers a week that opt to continue to order third-party delivery and stay at home, which is what Grubhub and all these guys should be licking their chops right now. That's $30 average check. Let's just did it at a low number there. That's $3,000 in sales. 30% commission, which I believe is what most of them charge the average person. $900 in commissions. 4 weeks a month, $3,600 a month. 12 months a year, $43,200. Now, imagine your average check is $60. It's $86,000. Even if your average check is $15, it's $21,600. I think that's right. I didn't do that great in math. But ask yourself, are you willing to take a $43,000 pay cut starting in May for the next 12 months? And if not, you need to start thinking about what you're going to do to get those people back. There's going to be some you're going to have no choice. They're going to become third-party people. They might eat at the restaurant once a month and at their house 3 times a month of your food. Good news is they're still ordering from you. Bad news is you just lost $43,000. That could be conservative. You could have 300 customers a week you lose. You could have $120,000 there. So I want you to think about it. And I'm actually putting together a list that I'm going to be coming up with strategies that I think restaurants can put in place now to not condition them to get used to it and hopefully get them back after this is all said and done. So I know it's hard to think after this is done, but if you're a business owner that's, you've got to think short term because you got to pay the bills today. You got to make sure your payroll's hit. You got to do all that. I get it. I'm in the same boat. But you also got to think about 45 days from now, 60 days from now, 6 months, a year. And you got to think about that $43,200. So if you've got an idea, drop it down here. If you're interested in these tips when I put it together, drop it in here. Drop a comment on this where you're seeing this, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or LinkedIn. That's all I got. I hope you continue to prosper, and good luck. Keep hustling. I'm thinking about all of you, and any help you need, reach out to me.